You're lying in bed. The lights are off. The room is completely silent. And even though there's nothing there, some quiet part of your brain refuses to believe it. Your eyes strain at the shadows. You feel watched. Almost everyone has felt this, and almost everyone assumes it's childish or irrational. But it isn't. Fear of the dark might be one of the oldest, most rational fears a human being can have, and the reason why goes back long before you were born. Think about how strange this fear is. It hits you when you're alone, when it's quiet, when you can't see what's around you. It peaks in childhood. Almost every kid, in every culture, goes through a phase of being terrified of the dark. And here's the part that makes no sense. There's usually nothing there. So why does your brain treat the darkness like a predator is standing in the room? Why would evolution build a fear of nothing? The answer is that your brain isn't afraid of nothing. It's afraid of something very specific, something it remembers, even if you don't. Oh, you are not actually afraid of the dark. Darkness itself can't hurt you. It's what that absence does to you. The moment the lights go out, you lose your single most important sense. Humans are visual animals. Take that away, and you're suddenly helpless in a way you almost never are during the day. The dark doesn't threaten you directly. It blinds you and leaves your imagination to fill in everything you can no longer see. And for our ancestors, what filled that darkness was not imaginary at all. For almost the entire history of our species, the night was genuinely lethal, and we were badly equipped for it. Our night vision is poor. But the things that hunted us were built for the dark: big cats, hyenas, silent and sharp-eyed. Early humans weren't just hunters. For a long time, we were prey. When the sun went down, we lost our one advantage while the predators gained theirs. So fear of darkness wasn't a flaw, it was survival equipment. The humans who stayed near the fire lived, the ones who felt nothing often didn't come back. We are the descendants of the scared ones. But that raises a question: if this kept adults alive, why do children feel it the most? Fear of the dark is overwhelmingly a childhood fear. It appears around age 2 or 3, peaks early, and fades as we grow. That seems backwards, until you look through the eyes of evolution. Who was most vulnerable after dark? The child, small, weak, the easiest target for a night predator. So the fear is dialed to maximum exactly when a human is most likely to be taken in the night. And a terrified child clings to its parents and refuses to be left alone in the dark, which, for 100,000 years, is exactly what kept children alive. The monster in the closet wasn't weakness. It was the most protective instinct a defenseless human could have. Which brings us to the real mystery. Why does the brain show a child a monster that isn't there? When the lights go out, your brain physically changes state. The amygdala, your threat center, becomes more reactive. Studies show people in the dark startle more easily and rate the same situations as more threatening, even when there's confirmed nothing there. The same creak feels harmless at noon and terrifying at 2 a.m. You're running a different operating system in the dark, one tuned for survival, not comfort. And a brain in survival mode doesn't wait for a threat. It goes looking for one. And if it can't find one, it builds one. Faced with a gap in what it can see, your brain fills it with the worst-case scenario. The shape becomes a figure, the rustle becomes footsteps, the shadow grows a face, that's pareidolia, and it goes into overdrive in the dark. Why? Picture two ancient humans. One hears a rustle and assumes wind, the other assumes predator and freezes. 9 times out of 10 the second looks foolish, but the 10th time, the first one dies and the second survives to have children. So evolution chose for you. Better to imagine 1,000 monsters that aren't there than miss the one that is. A false alarm costs a racing heart. A missed alarm costs everything. That presence you feel in the dark isn't your imagination failing, it's a 100,000-year-old survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. So you were never really afraid of the dark. You were afraid of what the dark used to mean. Every nightlight, every prickle on your neck in a black hallway, That's the echo of every ancestor who sat awake listening, because the night truly was full of things that wanted to eat them. That fear kept them alive long enough to become you. The monster under the bed was always real. It just stopped hunting us about 100,000 years ago, and your brain never got the message. So, were you scared of the dark as a kid? And be honest, are you still, just a little? Tell me in the comments.